bell. Let them in.
They can ring our bell.
Look at that. It filled up so quick.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
We got some purple Maui power there.
Yes.
Wow.
Hi, everybody. Here, let me see if we can unmute you a little bit. Oh, you can unmute yourself right now. You can try.
I'm unmuted.
There you go.
Monty and Amy.
Oh.
Well, oh, thank you.
Oh,
Wow. You
Yes.
have the
And,
alpha.
First edition I got at the yard sale. Unfortunately, there are 12 cards missing in the deck, but the book is great because it's large print, larger print.
Yes, thank you, Will.
I love the addition of all the readings in this one. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm really into it.
I'm so
I'm really-
glad. And you match it with the purple. We're all matchy today.
Oh,
So everybody, we've been experiencing a little Mercury retrograde craziness. Who else? Who knows about Mercury retrograde? Yes. So tell them a little bit about what it means.
it means that my hat is on wrong. Everything's messed up.
Technical problems.
I was just
Traffic.
Yeah.
I was just switching microphone buds on the stalks until the very second that we just.
Nothing terrible.
But I did put up acoustical tiles, so I hope the sound is better today.
It's Mercury rules communication and travel, all those things that you have to double check.
Yes, and it
Till
means
November 3rd.
it means
November 3rd. That's a long time.
it is.
Yeah.
It means be aware or beware.
It happens about 3 or 4 times a year, and I think anybody who's sort of conscious that's going on, it really does happen. But it doesn't stop you. You just have to double check and redo sometimes, and sometimes redoing it makes it better.
Yeah.
Like technically. better.
Yes. Now you can hear me. I can hear you. And next week we'll have the extension cord, so you won't see the wires.
That's great. We
That's
like
great.
the wires, though.
Listen, I'm coffeeed up and I can do some readings. How about
Oh,
you?
that's good.
Really? We'll be back in a minute.
What else were we thinking about? This
Technical difficulties coming up.
Well, last week we blew out. We had an outage, right?
That just shows how powerful Ask the Oracles is. It literally knocked some tree down the street down.
But that's psychic energy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, you were telling me some psychic experience you had with scents and smells.
Yes, actually, we mentioned at the end of the show last week. There are times when I'm in this house that I'm in now where I smell my dad's cigarettes, his Salem's.
It's not just Jeff.
No, it's Lauren.
That's
It's
so
Harry.
beautiful. That's a common occurrence.
And what we found interesting is it's not just here though. There are times when we go on the road, we're driving somewhere, and all of a sudden we smell the cigarettes. And
I love that.
Wow. In the car.
I think people have sort of different symbols. Some people, certain birds are the messengers from the spirits,
Yeah.
and sometimes seeing a number is a message.
And this is definitely consistent. It comes and goes. We were always wondering why or what the presence means at that moment, because we don't always figure it out. But we cannot deny it, and it's not just me. I mean, if I'm smelling it, there's a good chance Lauren or Harry will too. And it's like,
I love that.
We actually never spoke about that publicly until the end of the last episode when you got your power knocked out. So
It's like coming out of the psychic closet, right?
yes, very much so.
It's safe to share.
Those of you who were here last week, remember that one of the reasons we probably got our power knocked out is we connected to the other side.
That's right.
This-
I
this
mean,
is
that's
just-
a common occurrence to blow out light bulbs and
Yeah.
flickering lights, and because it's all energy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't that Myrony last week?
Yes, Myrony asked about her deceased father.
And we
you
got
some really amazing information.
The first thing was the car, and then she said that car accident changed her life. The second thing was hockey skates, and she said he was a hockey player, ice skates. And the third thing was wedding dress that she had shown up to his deathbed in her wedding dress.
Amazing.
So
sometimes we sit around and I
And
asked,
just talk to the people on the
We
other
do.
side. Yeah. So what's happening? Yeah, they really like that.
Monty gets messages from my mother
I
and
do.
from whoever wants to talk to us. It's very comforting.
Yesterday was Aunt Amy.
My great aunt who taught me how to sew, she had some messages. We never talked to her before.
No, she's a pisser.
Go ahead, baby.
Who knows what's going to happen today?
Yeah.
We don't know what card will be the most prevalent.
Right. There's that too. That's pretty
Because
amazing.
we definitely see that pattern where the same card keeps coming up. So this is like a group tribe energy, right? There's a message for all of us in each message.
Yes.
Just watch that.
Yeah.
Can everybody? Yeah. Can everybody hear us okay?
Yeah.
We're good.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Esther.
Hey, Mark, I didn't know you were a musician.
He's an opera singer.
Is he really?
It's true.
Okay.
Hey, Mark, do you know your chart? Do you know your rising sign and your sun sign, your moon sign?
I had it all done years ago, and though the years have long since passed over my head, he hath borne me on his back 1,000 times.
Ratio.
Poor York. I knew him well.
And we know that dope you smoke.
Yeah. But
Contribute.
you know, maybe one day I'm a Capricorn.
Okay.
Didn't you just say on Facebook that you were in a band?
I had a band called the Media Band. It was
Wow.
an interactive music band.
Wow.
And Todd Rundgren was one of the producers.
Right.
That's
And,
fantastic.
Love
by the
him.
way, I was born on the day that Humphrey Bogart died. So
Okay.
Oh, so you're like the transmission of his soul?
exactly. So
And we
it's
think
all
we-
good.
I know Monty used to have a band, and you know how musicians think hard about the title, the name. So one time his band was called Monty Farber in Transition.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly now.
Be a different kind of band. It'd be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong. It's fine.
Yeah.
Own it.
I do. I own it.
My
I was looking
band in
for-
New York.
I was looking for a podcast, and I saw some of your music on Spotify. So you had released something maybe about 9 years ago. Maybe it was
Good karma. Good karma.
Yeah, Good Karma. That was it.
You're
Yeah.
kind of low, Brian.
Cool.
Your audio is low.
Cool.
Sorry,
Do
I'll
you-
pump up the level a little
Pump up
bit.
the jams.
Yeah. And
I
if you
had
really
a-
if you really want to trip out, look up The Flow. Just like it sounds, The Flow. That's my 3-man power trio psychedelic band when I was in my 20s.
From
Wow.
from the 70s. It was
Yeah,
like just a long psychedelic jam.
Yes, we were fish before fish was fishy.
I had a band in New York City called Before Ming, which was after Han, but it
Wow.
was before Ming. And we played at Max's Kansas City the week it closed.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, I have a story about Max's Kansas City. I auditioned for Max. He said, "I like your music, which is why I'm not going to hire you." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "I never hire musicians whose music I like because my audience only likes music I hate."
Wow.
honest.
So I said, "Thank you, I think."
Because
Uh,
back in.
I went to CBGB's, which was a whole other
Yeah.
story.
Whole other story. Danceteria, Mud Club, Peppermint
Yeah.
Lounge, you know.
Yeah. Well, at
The whole thing.
CBGB's, I think I might have even said this here. CBGB's is where I've developed a following from the Hells Angels. And they used to, anyone who said anything about me playing with my robot, they would straighten them right out.
Yeah.
You have a very, very diverse audience in general.
In general,
Yeah.
yes.
But how did you become Michael J. Fox's bodyguard?
I don't know. I just woke up and that's what was happening. I worked in the film business as a location scout, and I worked on the movie of actually the best movie I worked on, which was called The Last Dragon. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it. It's a great movie. Ty Mack he plays Bruce Leroy.
It was a Motown.
Yeah, it was Motown. I got to work with Berry Gordy and all these people, and Vanity was the star.
It's a comedy.
And it's a comedy and a karate thing. And there were 7 different karate people, all of them better than me. And they would always hate each other and try and fight. And I would go over and tell them spiritual stories about Grandmaster Suzuki. And then they'd calm down. or somebody like that. And then the producer thought that I was the toughest guy he ever met because all these, 7th degree black belts would shut up and stop bothering him. So when it came time for Michael J. Fox's movie, The Secret of My Success, he asked me to be the bodyguard.
Wow.
Do you asked Jeff?
Yeah, so keep it. Here's something for Ask the Oracles. The first rule is take the job, and then second rule is figure out how to do the job.
We always do that.
Right.
So when opportunity knocks, open the damn door.
Exactly. Exactly.
Even if you think you can't do it, right?
Right.
Right.
I mean, his being a bodyguard, he would ward off 13-year-old girls from Michael J. Fox with a crystal.
It was a living.
It wasn't dangerous.
You guys have me thinking.
What?
What'd you
What?
say?
I booked a lot of bands
Your
with CDGs,
powers.
but now you have that song stuck in my head.
Oh, Jeff, are you
This
going
ain't no
to
mud club, no CDGs.
take a break and start officially? Or
I
we're
think
just-
we're officially will start. Yes.
Okay.
So
I mean,
I
that's
will
up
ask.
to you.
Well, you're going to mute us, but before you mute, just think about questions you like to ask. Just be prepared for them to be read publicly and answered publicly. And please, no questions about politics and no questions about health. Otherwise, feel free to ask away. And Lauren's going to mute everyone, and we will officially kick this off.
Okay, Harry, go to it. You mute away.
Hi, it's Jeff Pulver together with Amy and Monty, and we're here for Ask the Oracles. I'd like to welcome everyone and thank you for being here. We are grateful for your presence. And before we kick off and start answering questions, I'm going to check in with Amy and Monty and say, how are you doing? How is how is me? There you go. You see the retrograde meteors.
Mercury
retrograde.
I can't speak. I cannot speak.
It rules communication. Mercury retrograde.
Yes, thanks for acting out Mercury retrograde for us. That was really nice.
Well, it lasts for a little while, so it's just begun. And so people just get ready and make sure that you communicate clearly and check all your technical things, and don't necessarily, it's not a great time to sign a contract, right?
Well, if you have to do it, do it.
We've done it. We've bought cars
for sure. And
with regret.
Yesterday I put down treads on the basement stairs, so we'll find out if they last. But you can bet that I was really careful and added some extra staples and extra glue and carpet stuff. It's the kind of thing where you should be aware, or you'll end up having to beware.
I just find we were talking about this morning, as we often have these deep conversations.
Yes.
About peace begins when expectations end.
That's said by Sri Chinmoy to attribute.
Which I think about a lot, because I mean, we have to so much go with the flow these days more than ever, because things change on a dime, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And if we're attached to a certain way we think things should be, we get disappointed.
Right.
So remember, when you ask your question,
right,
the answer isn't always what you want to hear.
Right.
But you have to kind of go with it and think about it.
Yeah.
And change your perspective sometimes.
Well, and you never know. We don't know as oracles, and you're all oracles. I'm sure you got your friends asking you questions. I think we talked about this. We were once on TV and over the speakers on Channel 5 in New York.
We were doing readings.
We were doing readings, and this woman says, "Will my son get out of jail?" And Amy and I both go, "No," and she says, "Good." She says, "Good," and hangs up. So sometimes, the answer that you think people are going to want is not the answer that they, which is why you have to say, exactly. You have to say what you feel.
That's what you were talking, Jeff, that you're going to be giving an intuitive investing talk after our show.
Yes, I am right after this show ends. I am a guest in a group of investors based in Finland, and I'm giving a lecture on intuitive investing. It's a very serious startup investor conference.
Wow.
But they were trying to come up with a way of how I managed to invest in over 400 startups in the last so many years, and they just said, well, if that's what you do, share it. Yes. And so I am going to be talking about why it is I never look at decks, why I never really look at anything other than the people involved, and then I just decide, can these people figure out their mission? Because most of the time, most companies that are successful, they're not necessarily successful doing what they think they're going to do. They pivot into their success. It's like, how many people here who went to university are still practicing the degree, if they ever did, of what they studied?
Yeah.
Yet we all find that time to figure out who we are, and we put ourselves on that path to figure ourselves out. And so for me, it's not about the business model, but it's about the team that's creating the business, and how do they have what it takes to become who they will be. And so it's an intuitive guess. I cannot tell you any type of Harvard business case study, any Harvard Business School case study about intuitive investing yet. Is what I've been doing for most of my life when I've invested, and I've had more successes than failures, at least on paper. So it's a method I stick by, and so it's all about the people. And so I'm sharing that in 15 minutes. It's a very, I found it fascinating because it's the first time I'm bringing this realm into the investing realm publicly.
Wow.
Yes. Well, it's what we were talking about. You get a hit or a vibe, and you kind of
Yes.
have to, it's not always what you think logically.
When I could be in Tel Aviv, there have been days where I literally would I'd do 17 back-to-back meetings from 8:30 in the morning to about 4:30 in the afternoon. I would tell people they had 20 minutes. I would give them up to 30. If I said yes to seeing them, it meant I was interested. I would basically make a decision in the first 3 minutes when they sat down in front of me, and give them up to 27 minutes to convince me not to invest. And most people convinced me not to invest.
That's good.
That's great.
I bet by the end of the day you were really intuitive, because I know when we do one reading after the other, you get.
Oh, it was draining. You know, that's where I first started realizing there are vampires out there that just take my energy.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I had
you have
to
to protect yourself. Yeah.
I walked down to the beach. I timed my readings, my investment readings, so that it was always close to enough time before sunset that I could walk down to the beach and get a reset, and
Yes.
just get grounded again.
That's smart. I think this stressful time that we're all in, where people have anxiety and nervousness, that we do have to find spiritual ways to reset. Whether it's, water definitely does that. You can kind of just literally wash vibes off of you. If you're empathetic, which to be psychic and intuitive, you have to be an empath, right? And you pick up on other people, and you pick up on, I find myself getting a little anxious when I look to the news. I have to be vigilant about how to come back into my center.
Yes, very much so. Are we ready to do the first question of the day?
Yes.
As ready as we'll ever be.
All right.
Lauren, go ahead.
Our first question today is from Esther. Do you sense my father? He passed around 10 years ago, and I'd like to know if he has a message for me.
We turn this over to Monty, right, Jeff?
Yes, Monty, it's all yours.
It's his specialty.
No pressure. You said he passed 10 years ago?
Around. I always kind of forget. I got my car in 2010, and he helped me get that car. So I'm just, it's around.
No car. I'm not mentioning cars.
Okay, don't tell him anything.
Yeah. Unlike the prospectus, past success is no guarantee of future success. So I'll try, but it's not really what I do. But I'll try it anyway. Can I come back to this later? Because this might take some time, because I don't want everybody sitting there looking at me with my eyes closed.
I'm going to pick
He's a force in nature. You should be able to sense him at some point.
I want to try an experiment to pick a card on him, and I get the 4 of Wands, which is protection. It's Thanksgiving. It's gratitude. So I think that kind of describes that you're grateful for him. He's grateful for you. And it also represents a happy marriage. So either he wants you to get married, or he himself had a happy marriage.
He did have a very happy marriage.
Oh, good. See, I never actually tried talking to spirits that way.
Oh, good.
Thank you for experimenting with me.
And Monty, when if you get a hit during the show,
that's what I'm gonna do. Because
thank you for that.
It was a little early on.
That's okay. Relax.
That's okay. No, I'll get it.
I know you will.
Okay, so while you're thinking about that,
it might take a while. You never know.
He's tuning in.
If you're okay, if we keep going on, we will. Is that good?
Yeah, ask questions for sure, because it's all it turns the wheels. Get the sails filled with air.
Time's the pump.
Absolutely. Right. Okay, this question is from Pam. Her mom is 75 and she's 50. It has always been a situation of me wanting to be free and her I think, and her micromanaging. I want to be grateful that she is even alive. I would love any tips, perspective, advice.
Okay.
And this is about your mom.
You mean relate about your relationship or how to best deal with her, or?
Yeah. It's almost just kind of like I would love to just not deal at all. And I don't think that's the correct approach.
Okay,
Oh, sure it is. Wait a minute. You're one of my people.
Let's see what the cards say. We say for your highest good, when we ask, we say for your highest good and greatest joy.
Okay, so I got accomplishment, which says, remember past accomplishments as a way to overcome present
Because he's
self-doubt.
reading it back.
I'm reading it backwards. And this is the art that Amy made. So maybe you should go to the racetrack and put some money down. See if you can...
Well, I think what that means is you've dealt with her successfully in the past, but now you're having doubts about, how to best handle her. And I get Princess of Hearts, which you are a very kind person. This describes a very, giving person, a kind person, somebody that listens to other people's problems. So there's no way you're going to cut her off.
I mean, you so what's the situation again?
I don't know. I just feel like I have so little tolerance and like right now she's literally in the next room visiting from 5 hours away with my 6-year-old nephew. And I have a really challenging relationship with my sister and they all live in the same town 5 hours away. I don't know. I just kind of want to pull my hair out.
Well,
but at the same time, it's like I see her getting older and I know so many people that have lost their moms and all they talk about is how they wish they had been more this and that. And so I'm trying to be like,
well, you can't be what you're not. And you can't feel, you can't make your feelings change.
What sign are you, Pam?
I'm an Aquarius, Virgo rising, Taurus moon, and she's an Aquarius, but I don't know her rising.
Oh, well, you want to be free anyway.
Okay, so you're Taurus moon. Now, if it's in the early degrees of Taurus,
yes.
This is the astrology class now, part of the Ask the Oracle.
Yes.
The planet Uranus, which is the only planet that inclines its north pole at the sun and spins like this, like a wheel.
Right.
It represents eccentricity and genius and revolution and rebellion in astrology.
You hate to be told what to do. I'm married to one.
Well,
right.
I'm an Aquarius. So, but the thing is, when Uranus transits your moon is your emotions. So astrology is like clockwork. So it's like freedom from emotion. You want freedom from having emotion. And Taurus moon,
it's a coper.
Yeah, exactly. Now, anybody else who has Taurus moon, like if Andrea's cat, that's so funny. It says Andrea's cats, and there's Andrea's cat. Sorry.
Yeah, it's at 8 degrees. Taurus.
Well, yeah, it's right there.
Well, they're both fixed signs, Aquarius and Taurus. So, you don't want to change your routine. You don't want to have to fit somebody else's routine.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, people with moon and Taurus, does anybody else here know if they have moon and Taurus? See, this is why it's worth getting your chart done. If your moon's in Taurus, you cope. You cope with stuff. They're the people that are like yourself, doing stuff they don't want to do, or else because you want to show yourself you're strong, you don't want people to think you're weak. Taurus is the bull. So people want to, with Taurus prominent in their chart.
Right.
Strength and power and is an issue. So Uranus comes along and says, you've been coping, you need freedom.
Right. I pulled 3 cards just because while you were
Well, I was really talking a long time. You had time to pull 3 cards.
Yeah, I did. But it was just the way they lined up. I had got actualization, truth, and procrastination. So
wow.
She's definitely not going to change. You're not going to change Pam right away, or
no. But I liked it because it's like truth is an honest desire to know and speak the truth. Benefits, it produces beneficial results. Stop focusing on your problems and excuses. Take a step to do something constructive, and you will achieve your full potential by virtue of your creativity and your honest pursuit of the truth, which kind of very much aligns with what you're asking. So
yes,
I found it
beautiful. Monty wrote it. It's good.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's a good message. Yeah.
So those are 3 good cards. Yeah.
I hope this helps.
Yeah, but
totally.
The moon and Taurus, I mean, really. My sister has it, and people with moon and Taurus, especially if Jupiter's
My
conjunct.
sister had it too.
Exactly, and they're the people that people who don't have that stand there going, why are they still doing that? or why are they dealing with that? Or why are they, it's amazing that you guys can put up with the stuff that you
Wait,
put up
how
with.
did you know my Jupiter was conjunct my moon in Taurus?
I did not know that, but I'm
but
just saying
your
from my
sister has it,
experience.
yeah.
It's like not even a single degree off. It is exactly.
Well, you are archetypical then. You are the coper of copers. You're the capo de tutti capi.
Lucky with
Great.
money.
Wow.
Yeah, you're the boss of bosses when it comes to, it's good for money stuff. But when you have Jupiter conjunct your moon in astrology, I just look at that and go, God, you must be tired. And no matter what, who I said it to, whether I've known it for 10 years or a second, they'll say yes. Because when you got moon conjunct Jupiter and Taurus, you've been coping with shit no one else would. So
I guess we have to move on, or else they'll get
Thank
jealous.
you.
Yes.
yeah. Well, anyway, it's all about chafing on the bit. That's what it is. You're chafing on the bit.
Next question, please, Lauren.
Yes, the next question is from Bernie. A friend of mine has a good job with a good crew and has an offer for another one with more risk, but more gain. Should she take the new job?
I hear no.
Okay,
Sorry.
good.
Sorry,
They're
keep
both-
going. I'm sorry, Laura.
It's okay, it's okay. She's feeling uncertain. I introduced the new prospect company to her. Both jobs are a good fit for her.
So I heard no when you asked her to take but I'll see what the cards say. Who cares what I think?
I'm confused. Are there
Me
two
too.
options?
The option is to, I think, Bernie, where are you?
Hi,
He's in the forest.
I'm in the bush. Coming out of the bush.
Just option one. What's option 1 and 2? Simple.
Yeah, we'll pick one for 1 and 1 for 2.
Well, option 1, she stays where she is, where she's doing good.
Okay.
And
Success. I got success. Okay, what's the next one?
Oh yeah, stay, right?
Oh yeah, that's Amy got the love card. Yeah.
okay.
It's a big.
And what's the other one?
If she actually goes into the new job, although there's a bit more risk, she is in more control of that job.
Gosh, I get a good card on that too.
Like she'll actually have the ability to increase her salary or her gain, and
This is a good money card.
Wow.
She can't go wrong either way.
yeah, I know she's smart. That's what makes her so special.
How do you like that? These
New
cards
start.
work.
Beautiful. Wow.
So should I flip a coin? It should be good.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
good.
Those are
Either-
hard decisions sometimes when they're equally attracted.
Well, that's what she's having a dilemma with right now.
Well, just pick one. She can't lose.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Right.
But
So
you got on the first. Monty got the best hit on the first stain.
well, it could be she'll be happy there and it'll be wonderful and everything, and then maybe the new company won't be around as long as she would like it to be.
Yeah, actually, Bernie, I would tell you there's another opportunity she has that's going to be even better than the one that she's being presented with.
Oh, even better. Awesome.
Yeah, so I agree to stay. I would stay now, pass on this because there's a better opportunity up ahead that she'll get. She may not go to that either, but it's the opportunity is going to increase.
That's
Some
always a
people are
good
just
sign.
Lucky. Jesus.
I know. Jeez.
Yeah, really.
We want those cards for us.
Yeah, tell her to shed a few of those jobs and give it to the other oracles here on the show here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love the fact that we actually get to answer people's questions.
Hey, we got some new people too. Who's new? Who's never been here before?
Nice.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi, Ivana.
Are we ready?
And thank you guys that keep coming back. We
Yeah,
love that.
it makes
It's
such
a
a
nice
difference.
weekly ritual.
It is. Okay, our next question is from Melinda. Should we
Hi,
sell
Melinda.
Hi.
There she is. Should we sell our Manhattan apartment and move closer to my husband's work, for example, to Riverdale?
I guess you're warmed up. You're like
I see that no very
That
fast.
was really strong.
And don't worry, Esther, I'm still working on it. Do you play tennis?
No, I don't play tennis.
Not you. I
Oh.
was just asking Esther.
Sorry.
I don't know. I saw you as very
My father did.
okay.
Oh, hello.
Okay, fine. Okay, so we're
The
getting
gates
it.
are
We're
opening.
That's
Yeah.
Keep
almost,
warming up. Keep warming up.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. All right, Melinda. I'm
Sorry,
sorry. I got
Melinda.
a super no about selling your apartment.
That's fine. Just asking. We go back
Oh.
and forth about it because it'd be closer to my husband's work when we do go back to New York City. But that helps because it is centrally located and we've had it for a long
Yes.
time.
This is the Four of Wands that I got for Esther before, which, as we know, happens. The same cards, even though we shuffle, come up. But that's like, it's a beautiful place. You're happy there. It's
We
like
have good friends there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very easy transportation from there.
And I got the pause card. I mean, there's not really too many negative cards in the Creativity Oracle, which is one of the good things about
Pause, that means wait.
Yeah, so
Don't do anything now.
I don't think you should sell it now because I do think real estate prices, especially in New York, are going to fluctuate like you won't believe. And it'll be very area driven. You know, they do say location, location, location. And I think your place will be worth more.
Yeah, no, we're in a very good location. In fact, things have been selling for higher than last year's market price still.
Wow.
But the thing is, the convenience is more important to us than the money right now.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
Okay. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Our pleasure. We love doing this. We look forward to Mondays. It's changed the I don't like Mondays.
Yes. Lauren, unmute yourself. You're Lauren, you're muted.
I know. I'm sorry. I just had to take a picture and I lost my question, but now I have it. It's from Joyce. And she wants to know, do you see this winter as being a wonderful time to reset?
Oh, yeah. Are you asking for you and Aldo?
For Aldo too?
But you will throw him in there.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's throw him in there.
Yeah. Yeah, but are you doing a major thing with your doc?
We just did.
Oh, okay.
Funny.
Esther, you got me warmed up now. I didn't know that, but I just saw all the work on your doc. That's kind of wild. That's expensive. I'm sorry. That's a lot of work.
No, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
I think you're going to have fun this winter because I said, what kind of reset are you going to have? So I think this is the joy card. It's a joyful playing card.
Childlike joy.
Wow.
So maybe you'll do another children's book.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Duh. Sorry.
Yeah. I started one and then I just stopped. It's really funny. I just went.
So leave it for winter.
Okay. Thank you. And
Wow.
thank you for these beautiful earrings.
Thank you for wearing.
And cocoon, the next cocoon.
Oh, that looks great
wow.
on you. You got the moon going on. It's so sweet of you to wear my stuff. You wear it more than me.
I love them. Thank you.
This is fun.
I like Lucinda is always working on sculptures. While
That's so great.
Hi, Lucinda. Everybody
Wow.
should be like cooking and
Right. Well, we were actually friends with Professor, well, we also took classes with him, Professor Arnold Kaiserling at the University of Vienna. We weren't there, he came here. And he was a friend of Gurdjieff, the philosopher Gurdjieff. And the way he taught philosophy was
Gurdjieff himself.
Gurdjieff himself cooked for all his students.
Like 80 people at a time.
Yeah, and then he would talk about.
I think they drank also.
Yeah, well, and that's how Ouspensky wrote down the stuff from Gurdjieff. But it was really wild to talk with someone who would say, well, Jung said to me, or Gurdjieff said to me, or Rabindranath Tagore said to me. He was a very interesting man.
In other words, sharing the food. And
Or
sharing,
this.
Yeah.
The Zoom is the new Gurdjieff thing.
Mhm.
Wow. Do we have another question, Lauren?
Of course we do.
Okay.
Our next question is from Andrea. Is a contract for a book is coming through. Should she sign it?
Oh. Sorry. Either that or I'm having like a very negative day. I'm getting a lot of no's.
Well, you get it right away. You always say when you get a big hit, it's different than maybe, right? You get a big yes or a big no.
So you've looked at it, I'm assuming, because it's a Mercury retrograde, but I've signed contracts during a Mercury retrograde.
What is she saying? Should she sign it?
I heard no.
No, no.
Oh, well, the tarot cards got plenty of negative cards in them. They make it a lot easier to say no. This is the Rainmaker who makes it. It's like you get the contract, but it's not what you wanted.
So we don't know if it means you have to study it further or make some changes or,
I mean,
But
I
as
just
it is, it's probably
What do
no.
you
But
get?
we don't provide legal advice or health advice here, so it's
thank you, Jeffrey, for reminding me. That was good.
All we know is the hit we get when you ask the question.
So that's the rainmaker?
That's the rainmaker who
Yes.
gets struck by lightning.
So,
wow.
oh,
Ouch.
It means it won't satisfy in the end.
Right, you get what you want, but it doesn't satisfy. That's what that card means to us.
So anyhow, you'll have to figure out how to apply that to the actual contract, which Monty's our legal.
Yes,
Advisor.
I have a fool for an attorney. I'm a
Well,
jailhouse
maybe-
contracts person.
maybe I just need to study it and add some things and take away some things.
And
Probably.
maybe do a
'Cause
little research about what's appropriate in the industry.
And you should also have what's known as a kill fee with things being as uncertain these days. If for some reason they decide to not do it, you're entitled to some money.
Anyhow, we both get no to not sign it right now.
Right.
For now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
I mean, you could delay it. Everybody's delayed everything. So, oh, my
It's
computer.
Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, Mercury retrograde. Everybody knows that.
Okay, our next question is from Mary Ann. I'm unemployed as of last Friday, and I'm not
Where's Mary?
sure what I
Hi,
want
Mary
to
Ann.
do career-wise. Are you able to give me some sort of guidance?
Okay.
Okay.
We're freelance, so we're always unemployed.
I get the justice card.
Oh, good. Oh, have you decided? Are you going to sue them or
No, not really.
you sure?
There's no reason to. It was the arts industry, so the performing arts and industry is not working right now. So,
Of course. So in other words,
they closed the whole place.
you don't have a contract with anybody because Libra, excuse me, the justice card can mean contracts. It means, the courts, obviously. It means you get what you've put out also. So it's a karmic
It's funny.
card,
I get the Hierophant also.
which
So
is going
I
by the
asked
book.
what's coming up for you. So it's something traditional, maybe traditional related to your industry, but different. It's like
Or it could be church related or religion related.
it could be spiritually related. But there's
Well, that's interesting because the company was a church. It was owned by the archdiocese. So,
there might be something then related to it it's owned by the church or that's a part of it. Right?
Yeah. Or
What do you get, Jeff?
I pulled I pulled truth and beliefs. So
Wow. Beliefs is religion for sure.
yes, I see that. I hear now. I understand. But
They're all important cards, so I think there's definitely something real and good that's coming up. But and there are bad, sad cards. You didn't get those.
Right.
You got major arcana, so it's something that's on a high level.
What was the first
great.
one?
Thank you.
Justice.
Oh my God, you got two major arcana cards. In the tarot, the first 22 cards are called the major arcana because they're the big spiritual journey from the fool to the world. So to get one is important. It usually means the question you're answering, that you're being asked or that you're answering as a reader, it's all about a spiritual part of this person's life. It's not just mundane. Like the cards you picked were not just about, oh, you get a job and you get some money.
By the way, I'm using our Enchanted Tarot, which are all the cards that I designed. And Monty wrote the book and makes it really easy to.
Over 250,000 copies sold. Are you kidding me?
But because sometimes you need a tool. I do. Monty's gone where he can just do it psychically and get messages and talk to spirits. I like to have my cards, especially because I designed them, right?
Yes, Amy is the true goddess. And I just saw, did we have just another goddess who's driving and just pulled over?
yeah, that's Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
You're muted, Karen. Lauren, could you unmute Karen? Lauren, maybe.
Who dares to mute a pulver?
There you are.
I just voted, guys. I know no politics, but I'm just telling you that I voted. I'm not telling you who for.
Voting is good.
We all have to vote.
That's right.
Yes. I have a question, but I have to put it in the chat, right?
Yes, you do.
No nepotism, or else we'll get in a lot of trouble with the FCC. And the FCC.
I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna pull over.
All right.
Okay. Okay, we'll be back to you.
God, Zoom is an awesome thing.
Okay, who's next, Lauren?
Next is, let's see, Jillian. Let me just get the better. Jillian.
Hi, Jillian.
Jillian wants to know, project management account or tech writing?
Okay, I'm gonna pick 2 cards. Project management.
Actually, I go by Gillian with the Scottish.
Jillian, sorry.
Jillian.
All right.
What do you get? I get the Lovers for project management, and the Queen of Hearts for the second one. Queen of Hearts feels a lot, and she's so sensitive. I think the first one's better. What do you get?
I don't know. Is there a third choice?
A project management, account management, or technical writing.
Oh, did you say account management?
She didn't say that before.
No, she didn't say that before.
I get a no on that. You think there's something else still?
Yeah, there's something else too.
I'm sorry.
That's why
just
we're
can't.
confused. We can't say a big yes on any of them. There's still choices for you.
Yeah.
Let me
Well, there are. I wrote a chart out, and I have health coach, senior care, instructional design.
Yeah,
wow. You can't fool the oracles. Wow. So maybe you can get a job doing charts for other people's. I
love that.
That was pretty cool.
What was the last one you said?
Instructional design.
I love that. I don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it is either, but I get the abundance card for that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Instructional design?
Yes. It's basically taking teaching materials and creating online teaching materials. Kind of like your Oracle cards are kind of instructional design in a way.
Okay. No
well,
wonder
definitely.
We like
yeah, definitely. We need competition because we got to get out there.
What do you get, Jeff?
Well, I was getting none of the above originally.
Oh, good.
And I think that some of the choices that were being shared could either be unpacked or raveled together. So it's sort of there's a dynamic that's not being expressed because I don't think any of those choices are absolute. That there's they're combinations which also are presented. So it's a difficult question. There's no yes or no to me, and it's really also up to the actual specific opportunity, because that generalization doesn't really refer specifically to what's involved energetically, as well as from an opportunity perspective. So there's on the good side, there's no absolute no, but I didn't get clarity that you have yet zoned in exactly what you want to do.
Yeah,
that's exactly it.
Well, I also feel
exactly it.
That's why she's asking us.
But
I hear you, but I don't have enough information to give proper guidance. Just that, but it wasn't like a B, C, D, or E. It's a variation, and you're not there yet. So when you're there, we can help better. I think that you can't limit. You're unbounded in a good way, and so you don't belong in a bucket. So don't put that box around you.
It's like when you're making a loose sketch for a painting. You just made the start of it, and as you start filling in, you will fuse some of these ideas, and it will become a real portrait of what you want to do.
Yeah, and anyways, some of those descriptions could actually combine together so that you.
They're very interrelated.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to say. I don't have yes for one because they are, as you said, interrelated. So, but come back.
So a couple weeks ago, I did my own little reading. I have the Celtic Tarot cards, and I got Ace of Wands for project management, and that was the card that you drew the Lovers for.
Yes. That's so I think you should spring off that, but to make it more all inclusive somehow.
Yeah, I got the feeling that you're quite gifted and talented, and that your main job is to be you.
Right. And she's being modest right now. So
yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for saying that.
Well, it's
I
true.
appreciate it.
Yeah, and I don't just say stuff. As
He doesn't
everyone
say
who
that
watches
to
this show,
everybody.
everyone who watches this show knows I don't just say stuff. But the feeling I got, and for what I heard from the spirits, and I'm trying to get to them, Esther, I am, is that they're like, well, she's so powerful. I don't know if she knows how powerful she is. She's, why limit yourself? Just they're saying run for daylight, basically, like what they say in football. There's a space between two people. Go.
Got it. Right. And it's kind of what you guys were saying at the beginning. Just take the job and figure out how to do it.
Yes.
It's got me where I am today.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
have it. You're able to be. You're dynamic enough that you'll figure out the reality will create itself for
Right.
you.
It's like Amy and I. We've gone where we wanted.
It's amazing once you start that energy, what doors open, right?
Right.
Right.
Like the music business did not work for me. The music business was like a frying pan with no handle, and I couldn't pick it up. But the book business, my God, it opened like a flower. So Amy and I, the book business just works for us, and it's been really good. We have a lot of books coming out this fall. We didn't realize we did, but they've moved everything up.
Wow.
2021, we're gonna have 3 books coming out, including Amy's art book.
Right.
Amazing.
They moved it up a year.
Oh, you
Wow.
have goddess, gifts of the goddess. That's so sweet.
Oh, that's a collector's
That's
item.
coming out again.
Yeah.
Next
No,
year.
this is how I got here. I inherited these from my mother.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
And so my mother guided me here.
Oh, that's
That's
beautiful.
so sweet.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yes, she made her transition 6 years ago.
Oh, I got chills.
Yeah, we just celebrated her birthday on Facebook. I posted a picture of her and a bunch of people. Anyway, it was super fun. My
That's
mom's
yes.
all about a party.
She was a Libra.
Yes, and quite a woman. So she carried your cards in her shop. She had a shop in East Aurora, New York.
Thank you so much for sharing
That's
that.
so nice.
Wow.
I think we got a lot of spirits here besides
Yeah.
all the people that are here on Earth. That's so nice.
Thank you
I
so
got-
much. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for being here.
Okay, you ready for the next?
Yes.
It's
I just want. Can I just say something? I think your father wants you to be careful when you work out in the near future.
Laura, she's muted. Lauren, unmute, please.
I've been trying the whole time, and
Don't feel pressure. It's
No, I
funny
don't feel-
because I pulled an angel card for you, and it
okay,
says
thanks.
flexibility.
Also, that's like working out, like yoga.
No, for you. I pulled it for you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I'm flexible.
so-
I'm flexible, but he sort of showed me you. I swear to God, on roller skates. I'm not saying that you.
I've
roller
never been on roller skates, and I don't actually. I look like I work out, but I don't work out. I look like I swear I don't. So no, I don't work out.
Okay, then just be careful walking.
Okay.
Okay. That you asked for a message, you got a message.
Okay, but if you get more, let me know.
I will.
Oh, gee.
Oh, he will.
Never enough.
Not from Dad, no.
Well, he's
All
lucky.
right,
man.
Lauren.
Sorry, Lauren.
Sharon's question is, what do I need to know for my birthday on Thursday?
Who asked?
Who is Sharon?
Sharon, you please put your video on if you
Wait.
can.
Right there. It's just Sharon doesn't
Oh,
have the
hi,
video.
Sharon.
Sharon, are you there?
Hi. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, my video is not working today for some reason, but I'm here.
So what was for your birthday message?
Birthday message.
Yeah, my birthday's on Thursday.
Birthday message is get a new video camera. We actually bought one. There's a new $89 one at B&H. I just saw it. It hasn't come in yet, but it looks really good. It's 4K, Jeffrey.
Really?
Yeah. You know, B&H, they get it ahead of time. They're amazing.
Okay,
They are.
I picked 2 cards. I got the Prince of Hearts and Victory.
Aw.
Oh, wow.
So those are 2 nice cards. The Prince of Hearts is charming. You know, it could be a person, a younger man in your life who, you know, is important on your birthday, who's going to come through. In Victory, you're going to feel like you won, like you won the brass ring on your birthday. That's a message.
What'd you get, Jeff?
Wow.
I'm just shuffling. I'm
Okay, I got sacred space. So if where you're living is not a sacred space yet, it says use beautiful art, music, and creativity of all kinds to put you into a sacred space. So I've been out telling people for a long time, make your base secure, which is Colonel Clausewitz's first rule of warfare.
Which it also means make your base beautiful.
Yeah, so it's all about making everything as secure and able to nurture you as much as possible.
So if you do something for yourself for your birthday, make your base beautiful.
Right.
With something, piece of art.
Piece of art from Amy's show, which is coming down tomorrow.
So and for my birthday message was muse, seek out or act as a positive, inspiring, and helpful muse to another's creativity.
Oh, maybe it's that young man I saw.
Maybe
it could be a man or a woman. The princes and the princesses can be.
I got it was a guy.
Whatever you say, dear.
So this means the new guy is coming in on my birthday.
Yeah,
very possible.
Could be.
Happy birthday.
Please let us know.
I will. Thank you so much.
Victory.
Victory. It's going to work. It's going to march, as the French say. C'est marche.
The next question is from Brian. Can you pull cards to help me determine my focus for the next few months?
Okay, that's a good question. I like that. Well, I got the planning card and the magician. The magician makes magic. The magician puts all his skills to use. So I think you're going to make a list of what you want to accomplish. You know, this is like a real manifestation kind of combo. It's like, be careful what you wish for because you're going to get it.
Right.
I got the resurrection card. So this is a project from the past.
So add that to what I said. So it's something maybe you've been working on, something that you're going to start honing.
And this is a really cool piece. This is a detail from one of Amy's tapestries called Maya, right?
I can't see it.
It's over there on that screen.
Yeah. That's a magic, more magic.
So it's about resurrecting something, you know, like the Phoenix, maybe a project that you thought wouldn't work or there wasn't the right time for it. I mean,
Wow.
that's what I would read resurrection at. I don't know what you're up to, but
And I got cycles.
Okay.
So the timing is better now.
right. So it's come around, and that's a windmill, right? The art on that one
Yes,
is a windmill.
it is a windmill. Yes.
Does that make sense?
It's wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. It's I always have so many different things kind of floating around, and I never really know what to focus on.
Yeah.
But it kind of helps sort of shift the things that I probably shouldn't be thinking about and sort of reinvest in some of the things that I may have ignored for a little bit. And the timing might be better now. So
Yeah.
it's exciting to think about that. Yeah.
When you
That
make
is
the
true.
list, maybe you can, make a couple of columns of more important and some other things that you could put off.
And also you probably are forward thinking, so you see things in the future. And we've had this, and Jeffrey, you're like the king of this. You know, you have an idea, and then the
It
world
takes
doesn't
10
come
years,
around
yeah.
for till 10
Yes,
years.
but
10
we're here
years
now.
No, exactly. No, I'm
What
not
sign
saying
are
that.
you, Brian?
Capricorn.
Oh, this has been like an intense
Aye.
few years.
All right. When I hear Capricorn, I get the original Jewish pain in the ass. You know, it's like, oi,
Meaning it's been hard for Capricorns. But
unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's hard to be an optimist. Over the last couple of years, it's been a little bit of a challenge because, like everything you do, it sort of like disintegrates like a Thanos snap, and so it's very difficult to stay positive. Things are going to get better. So when
Well,
you
they
said
are. They
2 weeks
are
ago-
actually.
when you said 2 weeks ago that was going to happen, I was like, okay, great, because I remember a life where I felt like things just would come to me almost magically. Like I would think about it, and then, I'd open up the mailbox, and there would be, right, the magazine, the story, whatever, the inspiration. It would be like right there. So I've kind of felt lost for a few, and so
Right.
it's nice to be able to feel like
Oh
I
my
might be
God.
able to get
Yeah,
back there.
but because you got the magician, I think you're going to have that come right up for you. But yeah, it's been hard for Capricorns, and Capricorns like to know where they're going step by step, and And it's been like so crazy.
Yeah, because Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto there. Pluto's still going to be there, but by Christmas, Jupiter and Saturn are going to go join on my birthday, right on my birthday degree. And so it should get a little better once it gets out of your last sign, but Pluto represents resurrection as in astrology. And whenever you see Pluto, it's sex, death, resurrection.
Yeah, so look at something that you might have given up on and put some more new energy into that.
Right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And listen, if you're still, we're all alive now. Everybody who's watching this deserves a medal or a participation badge at the very least for surviving Capricorn. You know, the Pluto, Uranus, and Uranus and Taurus, the other thing. This is a very heavy time astrologically. You know, this is the classic interesting times. That's the Chinese curse.
I think we've all been remarkably,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I think we've done well. We're still alive.
We're here.
All right, we're here. All right, our next question is from, is it Tanes? I'm not sure. Tanis?
Tanis, yeah.
Tanis, sorry. Should the Twillo Lifestyle Academy teach the channeling course?
Say again, one more time,
I didn't
sorry.
hear the beginning. Should.
Lauren, yeah, Lauren, what'd you say?
Should the Twillo Lifestyle Academy teach the channeling course?
I love the name Twillo. That's fun.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Thank you.
Well, I can't see myself. Okay. So I get the 8 of Swords, which is indecision.
Ooh.
You know, there's a reason why you're up in the air about this, and maybe hold off for a while.
Right. And I got
intuition, which is maybe she has an intuition about it already, or she wouldn't be asking.
Well, that's like what I tell people when they come to me and ask, is he the one? It's like, if you got to come to some astrologer to ask if he's the one, he's not the one. You know, so if you have an intuition to not go with it, maybe you're right.
Yeah, we don't know why. You know, maybe it doesn't complement what the other things you're offering are, you know, right now at this point.
That's the art for intuition. So maybe you have to sit in meditation, or maybe that's describing the course.
Maybe it has to be presented in a slightly different way.
Right.
Well, I got to evolve. So I don't know how to interpret that other than to say that, you know, maybe what you want to do is not exactly what you think you want to do.
Right.
Or she's going to evolve the idea.
Yeah, you need to evolve the idea to better connect it with yourself. But if you have any hesitation in doing it, then the chances are, you know, perhaps you need to hear yourself, right? Because we're here, we can provide guidance, but it's ultimately up to you to follow the path, and for you to do what you know you need to do.
You know, Tanis, it's really weird. I was having my usual psychic conversation with myself, and I said, you know, what's going on with that? And I heard she should go for the money. And then when I heard that, it was like, add something to it that you know would be the kind of thing that would make people want to sign up.
Mm-hmm.
But you have resistance to that for some reason, is what I got, because you don't want to commercialize, or you don't want to sell out, or I mean, there's like the inner turmoil that I got was about, I don't know, maybe it's even charging for it at all.
Yeah.
But
maybe the pitch needs to
or
be
maybe
refined.
I'm wrong also.
It also goes to the perception of how it's understood by the others.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, the perception, I wanted to add something to it, or they did on the other side, that would hook people, that would, you know, and you don't want to trick people. So there's a difference between hooking and tricking, because, you know, everyone's busy. They need to be shown things in a way that they can get it really fast. So I think it's an internal argument you're having with yourself about the morality of it. So if you can get past, and I'm not saying the course is immoral, nothing is about it is immoral. It's just your morality and your value system it has to be as high as the course.
I picked another card of
cool.
What has to be tweaked, and I got the star. Maybe the pitch or the hook is about healing after the storm, you know, which we all know what the storm is.
Right. Maybe it's something that relates to after the pandemic, because I think people got to start thinking like that. And they also have to, I'm going to be posting about this later. What's real and who are you, and what do you control and what don't you control? Because I think everybody on all sides, and I know we don't talk politics, but everybody's got to get ready to be disappointed, because, you know, you never know. You never know who's going to win.
Plus, there's a bigger picture.
Right.
Which we try to stress.
The bigger picture is stay healthy and stay alive and don't get sick.
And stay spiritual.
Right, exactly, because spirituality works.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a big help.
Thank you for being open and to listening and asking.
Our next question is from Susan. And Susan, I'm going to read the simplified version. I'm coming into some money. What's the best use of it?
Oh, you blanked out. I'm coming into some what?
Sure. I'm coming into some money.
Okay.
Well, that's happy.
What is the best use of it?
Good question. Hi, Susan. So nice to see your face.
Wait a minute. Jeffrey's doing an investment conference. Ask him.
No, it's okay. Just
okay. Pull a card. Back out.
Well, this is the
nice
master crafts person.
Well, and
it's also building a wall or building something step by step. It's something creative, and something that you're a master at. So I would invest in something that you're best at.
Does that sound like putting some money into the bed and breakfast to sell it for a better price, or?
Yeah, I mean, I get a good feeling on that.
I think so.
Anybody who wants a beautiful bed and breakfast, if you've always wanted that and now it's time to make your move, talk to Susan. She's got one.
Is there something with walls or landscaping?
Well, you said master craftsman. My fiance is a master craftsman.
Oh, really?
And one of my thoughts is to give him some money, because he also was a trader. Foreign exchange. Right. And he's been doing really, really well with micro lots, but he needs to add some zeros to his margin to be able to invest in standard lots, where he would, if his, would be bringing in several, maybe 10,000 a week, which is great. But then as the master craftsman, his main concern is paying off the house we're living in, which I can do with part of the money. And then I didn't know whether I don't need as much money from the B&B anymore, because I'm getting a little, and should just sort of sell it as is and be done with that. Or invest in the topiary, the landscaping, and a few
Yes, that's definitely that.
That's what I needed to know. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
And top of my list is a full-on appointment with you, Monty, when I get this all settled in.
Thank you.
Don't worry about that.
And once you get your new place, a nice tapestry from Amy.
Oh, it would be perfect over our bed. Yeah, we have a beautiful home we live in Tennessee, and the bed and breakfast is in Georgia. And it does take my time and attention and money, but now I have a little bit to upkeep it, and I think I can put it in the next bracket if I can do a little investing.
And I just want to say that
congratulations.
Astrologically, for your honey, there's going to be a financial reset, probably in February.
Thank you.
Yeah, so watch February. I mean, it could happen as early as Christmas, but there's no matter who wins, whatever, there's going to be rough times ahead. Yeah. So
thank you. So some of that, of course, I'm thinking secure my base is the overarching thing.
Right. So you might want to. I mean, we're not giving advice. We're not financial advisors, as Jeffrey said before.
Entertainment purposes only.
For entertainment purposes
only.
For entertainment purposes only. Put some money in precious metals. That's all.
Literally or figuratively? I mean, like
literally.
Hold
for entertainment purposes only. But I charge $500 an hour for a reading, and that's what I'm telling my clients. So everybody who comes here, and I've been right. So
that's great.
That's all I'm saying. And I've been right. You remember those few times when I called the top and stuff like that? Okay. But anyway.
Did Jeff have any words for me? I forgot. I love Monty and Amy so much. I'm forgetting to get to know Jeff.
It's okay. I was listening and enjoying the conversation. I do think that there's more opportunity than you even know, right? Okay. And the challenge of selling the bed and breakfast right now is for you. There's an emotional attachment, which is going to be more painful than the gain you may get from it. And so, you
So
may
just
have
keep
regret.
it. I'd love to just keep it like a charm on a bracelet.
I'm
but
just saying, but it's meaningful to you now, you know, and there's something about it that gives you power. So just
absolutely.
So
And that's
just-
something I'm scared of not having.
I
Truly.
hear, I feel,
Way to
that's
go,
what I was
Jeff.
feeling when you were talking.
Jeff, this is why he's speaking at an investment conference.
So maybe I can improve the B&B and keep it and not have to get rid of it because no longer am I desperate for money. I hadn't
And
even
we'll
thought
all,
of that.
and we'll all move to Georgia and do the
No, come.
oracles.
I'll make you some sweet tea and we'll sit on the porch.
I love it, right?
Thank you all three.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure. God, this is fun. I love them.
Great. Okay, our next question is from Michelle. It's her husband is Capricorn Sun, Virgo Moon, and he wants to ask what investment has the highest return with the least risk.
Gosh, we all want to know.
Wait
that.
a minute. If I knew that, Capricorn. My ass. Wait a minute. Who's asked this? I can't see.
I'm over here, Michelle.
Okay, so you also have to invest in a camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, the best investment.
Wait, the best investment.
Let's see what it says.
Best investment for your husband. And
Yeah.
you said something about Virgo.
Least
What?
risk. Oh, it's Capricorn?
Yes.
Wait a
Virgo
minute.
moon.
He's a Capricorn. What?
Virgo moon, Capricorn, Venus, lots of Earth.
Capricorn, Venus, lots of
Capricorn
Earth.
Sun or Venus?
Yeah. Where's his sun?
Capricorn.
Capricorn Sun.
So is he? If he's late in the Capricorn, he's getting his ass kicked right now, right? With all the planets in Capricorn that we were just talking about. Amy got such a great card for him, but this is charity freely given, is what the traditional meaning of
What
this
should
card.
I invest in with the least risk? I got water when I looked at it.
Well, you know, I have a lot of friends who invest, and they're investing in water. They think it's the future, you know, because the nations or everybody needs water. The least risk is really, and of course, this is this is entertainment purposes only, and don't do anything you don't want to do. But the gold has been a 5,000 year hedge against fiat money losing its value. So I mean, that's the least risk because you can always sell it.
Yeah.
And it's traditional.
I used to work as a jeweler, so I get it.
But it's nothing to do with the finances, Michelle. It's more of him. And I really think the easiest thing for him to do is to find something that he wants to do and to invest in that. Not so much from a financial portfolio perspective, but something that he is endeared with, passionate with, and something which he's been putting off for doing or focusing on. And
That would be cybersecurity. Yeah.
that's where he should be going.
Which security?
All in. But like not to, it's to like to let go of the brakes and to jump all in and do what he intuitively knows he should be doing.
Okay.
Right. I mean, cybersecurity is so huge with the Internet of Things about to explode. You know, because everybody's house is right now like a traffic jam of.
Oh my God, I got the big money card.
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
For cybersecurity.
Okay. Well, we own ethicalcybersecurity.com and we're kind of building on that. So.
Excellent. I don't see how you can miss with that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like Norton has a router that has built-in security, and I think things like that are gonna keep going. I mean, I'm surprised there aren't more of them. You know, because everybody's refrigerator is like a way into their computer right now.
True.
Yeah, it's all open.
It is. That's why we got this Norton router, and even that I'm sure is hackable. But
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We got a letter from our publisher today that said they were hacked and they had to close down for a couple of days.
which publisher? We have so many.
I'm not going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
That was Amy's cybersecurity shutting me down.
And did Karen get a question yet?
Yes, it's she's up right now.
Ooh,
Okay, Monty, you need to switch your connection mode. Esther had to go, so now we have a different question.
No, Esther's here.
Oh no! Oh, she's still there, so she's still listening. Sorry. If it comes, you still want to hear it. I got it. This one's for Karen. Karen has a friend who just passed last week. He's sending.
So sorry.
He's sending signs. It's a friend of Karen's. I want to ask if those signs are from him, and what does he want to tell me? Is he at peace? His death was unexpected.
Well, I feel like, I feel he's at peace. It's very rare to find someone who's not at peace, and you just disappeared. They just worry. From what I've gotten from people on the other side, the only thing that makes them sad is when we're sad, because they're in this place that they like. So, it's easy for me to say.
It's a shock when it's sudden.
Yeah, when it's sudden, it's like the world stops.
I got the star. The star card is a beautiful card. He wants you to feel like a star. I don't know if a star is part of the symbol you're getting.
I'm getting, it's so weird because he sends me things electronically and I'm getting a phone number I don't recognize that keeps interrupting right now.
Wow.
Whatever.
Okay.
But I whatever. If it keeps happening, I'm not going to answer. But yeah, he died he died of a drug overdose. So he was very troubled, but he didn't want to go. Was 36. Like, there's no way he wanted to do this. So we know it was not suicide, right? He had his dog with him that was alone for 2 days. So we know he loved his dog. He would never put his dog through that. So you're saying, I don't know. I guess maybe
I'm saying the star is healing. Like I pulled it for someone else before. So maybe he's trying to say, like you were asking if he's at peace. I think there's some healing. He's feeling healed now because that's what that card means. And he wants you to feel okay with it too. It's a beautiful card. It's like a heavenly card in a way.
Yeah.
And the signs, I get weird signs. I'm going to a freaky thing the other night that happened. My husband and I kept hearing this ding in our house, and it wasn't our fire alarm. It wasn't our phones, our computers. We didn't know what it was.
Keep hearing that now.
What's that?
Monty says he hears that now.
I keep hearing that now for the last 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Well, we searched and searched, and it was a little tiny. It was like Ghost, like the movie. It was like a little tiny cup, a metal cup that had been turned over. I don't know who did it in my house. And it was, I swear to God, moving. You're thinking I'm crazy, but it was like beep.
I think you're crazy.
Well, I think
No
I'm
judgment
crazy.
here,
And I
Karen.
was like, we were watching it, and I'm like, is that you? And it happened again. And then we were freaking out, and then it stopped. And I think it's because we were freaking out that it stopped. We got nervous. But that was one sign. And then there's just things that are happening. I pick up a pen. We took improv together. You have a zillion pens in your house, right? I picked up a pen the other day. I looked, it was the Second City. God knows when I last ever knew I even had that pen.
You mean in Chicago?
Yeah, that's how we met him.
I see.
So does that give you comfort?
It did, but I guess I'm just I'm just thinking like he didn't want to go. So I just
Who has his dog?
Not us.
No, but who has it?
We want the dog. The friend who found him, which was, she took the dog and she still has the dog, and that's another story.
Is she being good to the dog, or I hope?
Oh yeah, and the dog's helping her, but eventually I do want the dog, but we'll see. That's another story. But
okay. Yeah, because I keep seeing stuff about the dog.
I'm sure he's missing him.
Yeah, it's hard to say why somebody dies. It's sort of impossible.
It's one of life's mysteries.
Yeah, in not that there's a school, but in terms of being a psychic, you're never supposed to say about when someone's going to die. I mean, very few people are that good anyway. But I think to anybody that's doing drugs like that, there is a slight suicidal part to doing that in the first place. I had my own issues, not with that kind of drugs.
Marty, our friend Marty always has something to add. Do you have something to add to that? Martha, Lauren, her name's Martha.
Can you unmute her?
There. Okay. Yeah, I worked with in drug and alcohol treatment for about 15 years, Karen. And there's this belief in a lot of the trainings I've had spiritually that the people who use hardcore drugs are really souls that weren't sure they wanted to come. So that a lot of their life, this isn't conscious. It's not, I'm going to do heroin because I'm not sure if I wanted to come.
Right.
But that what we look at as an accidental overdose may very well be them saying, it's not right for me. I don't need to be here right now. So I think it's more that, and then definitely the sense I get is that he was just really tired.
Yeah,
Like really, I get this like total bone weariness come over me. And I think he was just tired. It wasn't agony. It wasn't, it was just, I'm just tired. I want to go now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Oracle Marty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and also I think he might have wanted you to have the dog, and he thought the dog would be better off, and without him, and with I got that feeling that that's what he was trying to tell me, that it was about
so how do I get, it's funny because I'm struggling. It's like a custody battle with a kid. How do I get this dog? Can you just pull a card for that and then I won't bother you?
I get the sun.
Oh, you'll get it. This is the happiest card in the tarot.
Just be positive. He wanted you to have the dog. It's like you love the dog, you love him. I think it's going to work out.
Yeah, it's the sun. The sun is the tarot card you want to see. It's the happiest.
In other words, don't go crying and say,
right,
poor me.
Right.
No,
it's all happy.
I told her, take the dog for as long as you need, but you know that we are here. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to push it.
Okay.
Right. And if you get the dog, don't give it back.
No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really interesting. But psychically, I just kept seeing the dog, and that was before I knew that that it was an issue. So
one more question for today.
Oh, really? God, it went fast.
Jeff has to go to his conference.
I have to. Yeah.
We'll try.
You can go.
Let's see what we can do. This one's from Heidi. I have a meeting this evening with potential partners on a big project related to my son. Should we move forward?
Hi, Heidi.
Where's Heidi? Oh, hi, Heidi.
I get the planning card. I wonder if it's gonna. Do you think it's gonna happen?
What?
I got the planning card, which is a little like a pause. Or maybe really plan well for the conference call.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is a card I picked. Secrets. It says concealed plans and actions for those not ready to accept you as you are. So I mean, I don't know what that's all about. You said this is for your son, you're asking?
Do you know her story, Monty and Amy?
No.
No.
Well, it's for my younger son, Ethan, who has autism. Yesterday was his birthday. He just turned 15, and I'm looking ahead to when he turns 21, and he's going to need a high-need village, a place to live forever. So he'll be thrilled and happy and self-expressed, with other people with autism.
Sure.
And I've been introduced to these people, and it's like it's happening very quickly, and I'm like, is this really, am I in the flow of this thing? Is it going to happen? But I don't know these people well.
Yeah.
I'd love to jump in, but I don't know them. Should I trust them? I don't.
Well, I don't think so. I'm not saying that they're I'm not saying they're untrustworthy.
I mean, I kind of got put off this call, or like Monty said, don't tell them everything.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be all giving of everything.
Yeah, Heidi, for protection purposes, do not just think twice about this. Don't rush in.
Because sometimes when things are like going downhill on roller skates, you got to be careful. Because sometimes when things are too good to be true, they're.
But I think this, Heidi. I think you're asking this question, but there's something that you feel too, and maybe we're amplifying that. But I don't have a definite yes. It's not like absolutely do it. It's like wait, put some brakes on if you can.
Yeah, like when I see secrets, I don't necessarily see it from any one particular direction. It means you should keep some things secret. They might be keeping things secret.
Yeah.
You know, if you're talking about a village, maybe they're trying to get the money to build the village. They might say they have it, but they may not, and they're trying to just like drum up business.
Or
and they can
you
mean
don't want them to
well.
pick your brain, you know, and get all your ideas.
Right.
So
But you certainly don't want to give people money that you not feel comfortable with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know whether I just don't know enough yet and
Yeah.
need to get the fact finding, or if there's some inherent issue that would block me from, do I need to find other people?
It could be both.
It could be both. And
I
you
mean,
seem,
it can't hurt to put it off and do more research, right?
and you seem very intuitive. So if like I said, no, I'm serious.
No,
The
well,
people that come here,
tell Monty name about the book you wrote about your son before we end, because I think it's heartfelt.
The name of the book is You Just Have to Love Me. And because he's nonverbal, but through typing, he expressed his experience of his autism as a spiritual journey and his connection with God, and that he came before, he was here, you know, we were family before, and he chose to come here with challenges. And when I said, well, why did you do that? And he, you know, I will be greatly rewarded in eternity. So, but I, as his mother, what should we do to help you? I have, you know, you just have to love me. I need to provide for him for his future.
Yes.
So he's a holy person.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
So it's a whole finished book? It's a proposal or?
Oh, no.
It's all done?
You just have to love me. Lauren read it. Yeah, it's about the story and what has come after.
We should get a copy.
I guess
for
I'm
Audrey.
just saying that is it self-published or a publisher?
Yes.
Oh, because
Sounds good.
Our publisher might be interested.
Yeah, you should contact us.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, because Amy's having this show, or it's coming down, but with Audrey Flack, who you know was one of the refrigerator mothers.
Her daughter must be 60 now, but at the time in the 50s, they would blame, the psychiatrists would blame the mothers.
The mother. And
which is horrible, you know, cross to bear.
Speak about You Just Have to Love Me. They said that the reason these children were the way they were was because they were not loved.
So they called them refrigerator mothers.
Like they were ice cold.
Anyhow, so much has been learned since then.
Yeah. So it's all about moving forward now and creating for the future, you know, so that's what this is about.
Okay,
God, what
wonderful.
a great book.
Thank you for sharing that.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I'll reach out.
Before you run, there's really just 2 short questions. Please.
Well, all right. Well, I might bounce out after one, Lauren.
Listen, we bounce out every week. It's your turn, Jeff.
Okay, Marty wants to know. Let's see. My work and friends and family are all doing well, but for the last week, I am aware of such intense sadness. And when this happens, I often feel I will need to deliver sad news. Any thoughts?
You're probably right. I mean, I'm sorry, but I heard yes. Where'd you go? Oh, you're moving all around.
I'm here.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. It's just on my screen. You moved
I
around.
think you're probably right. It's not for you. Because I get the Empress for you. So you're in a good place.
Well, what have I done? Wait a second. Oh, okay.
Intuition. Your intuition is correct.
Yeah, allow the limited power of your unconscious mind to answer your problems by using symbols, memories, and hunches.
When you're intuitive like you are and we are, it's not always easy to feel some of the things you feel or get some of the impressions you get, right?
Yeah. Do you have any sense of, and I think I know who it is, and obviously because of what I do, I can't
No, of course.
go into too much detail, but I have this really strong feeling. And is there any way that I can intervene in this?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
God,
didn't
no.
think-
Oh,
No.
no, that was really like the hot coal was shown to me. It's like touching a
That's
hot
like
coal.
sometimes things are destined or meant to be.
Yeah.
And if we try, they're not supposed to know necessarily because that would change destiny, which is not always
It's
a good idea.
It's the appointment in Samara. You know, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Never hear that story? I love that story. Yeah.
But frequently when I ask questions here, it's because I can't always be totally objective.
Yeah.
You know, I get the intuition, but it's like, I don't want that to be true.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's why we all need tools or the cards or to ask somebody else because we need the confirmation. We can't always trust.
Right.
Even though we try to trust all the time, but it's nice to have feedback.
Welcome to my world. I mean, sometimes you just have to tell people stuff they don't want to hear.
Yeah, I know. 35 years of it.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
You know
right.
better than I, because your stuff is not for entertainment purposes only. My stuff is for entertainment purposes only.
All
You
right.
actually
Well,
have
thank you.
degrees. Yeah.
I got a lot out of listening today. It was,
thank
this
you.
is good.
Thank you for
This
being
is really
part.
good.
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you so much.
Thanks for contributing.
Yeah, really.
Jeff, do you get anything?
I was just listening to what. No, I had nothing more to add. I what I was going to say was expressed stronger by Monty and Amy. So I have.
And he has 1 foot in Finland right now.
Well, almost.
Oh, that's right. He has
I
to
didn't
go
click
to
away.
Finland.
I will be technically late and actually I'm late now. So
Okay.
You better bounce.
Bye.
All right, I want to say,
I
Laura,
have to go.
Please continue this. I'm going to go. I'll see you guys next week.
We
I
can
love
do
it.
we
Thank you
will.
for being here.
Bye, Jeff.
Good luck.
Talk to
Thank
you
you.
soon.
Thank
Finnish is a hard language, Jeffrey. Good luck.
Thank you.
And I have to go to. Bye.
Lauren, you said you had one more?
We do. It's from Ron and Jacqueline.
Okay.
Ron, where are you guys?
They're here.
Okay, great. So I'm going to read everything you wrote. If it gets a little bit unclear, then you'll clarify to Monty and Amy, okay?
Okay.
We've been involved heavily for 23 years with a spiritual organization in the Mid-Hudson Valley, New York. The last 17 years since we moved here, we've been cooking, baking, creative promotion work, gift shops, display graphics, and more. There are politics going on as usual with any organization and not easy to accept running counter to our values. Do we continue what we have been doing or do we need to move forward?
Well, I mean, I heard move forward, but I've gotten no to everything today. So, I mean, I don't understand.
I
Not
think
really
move
everything.
forward.
Yeah.
I got the hermit for moving forward.
Oh my God, that is literally the card that says walk your own path.
And then I got the judgment card for, if you stay, you're not going to be able to shake, your criticism of how things are being handled, and it's going to keep bringing up stuff. So I think, to try to move to walking your own path.
It makes sense. It
Yeah.
confirms.
Oh, good.
It's been difficult. It's been a hard.
Well, people are crazy. I know that if that offends Marty, I'm sorry, but I think she bailed
She
out.
left.
Okay. But I mean, people, my mother was like really crazy, and mental institutions, the whole thing. And the thing I learned about people like that is they always top themselves. They always, just when you think you've seen it all, you're going to see something else.
Yeah.
So, if you see the signs that you're seeing and you know enough to ask this question, you probably should move on.
All right.
It's hard. It's like a divorce. It's like a divorce, right?
It is. It hurts the heart.
Yeah.
Well, especially since you put 17 years into it.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
But I think you'll take all the good stuff and do it your own way.
Yeah. Incorporate it, or some of the practices that, we do at home, and incorporate it with other things that we've learned through the other modalities, so.
And look at all the gurus, they do this stuff and they're wonderful, and then they die and then everything falls apart.
Exactly.
I have an expression that I coined, which is bright lights attract moths. And a lot of times you have these amazing entities, people like Osho and all, and they get these people that work around them. The next thing you know, they have Uzis and automatic weapons, and they take over because they want the power, and the moths take over. So
through the COVID, the isolation.
Yeah. Some people don't react.
Helped us do a lot of reflecting, and we went back when it started opening up, and now it's seeing, you're just seeing things a little clearer, or defined maybe.
That's been a wonderful use of, this downtime where we can see things from a different perspective.
Yeah, but it's like going to the cardiologist. It's been a stress test, the whole COVID thing. Right? We've all been on the treadmill, and the dye is starting to show a lot of cracks in some people.
Listen, thank you everyone who comes.
Thank you.
And we hope we see some of you next week. We love doing this and sharing.
We
and
really do.
We love
And
sharing the energy.
you know what I really love more than anything else is we actually get to answer people's questions, because when we do Facebook Live, there's 1,000 questions and we never get to them all.
Yeah, we can handle
On this one, we get to the questions. It's really thanks to Lauren and Harry. Where is he? I don't know.
Harry, he's here. There
Thanks, Lauren. Thanks, Harry.
You're welcome, guys.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Take
All
care.
right.
Bye, Harry. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
That was fun.
It was good.
It was.
Good day.